And good afternoon. Welcome, everybody, to a special presentation of the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network. We are at Terra Sancta with day one of St. Thomas More Football Training Camp. So happy to have all of you with us. We will be bringing you 3 installments to get you ready for this season that starts, believe it or not, just 15 days from now, as St. Thomas More will play host to defending state runner-up Sioux Valley from the Volga, South Dakota. Well, we're happy to have you with us. Technical Director Braden Strain, Regan Dewar. We are all in the cafeteria where soon there will be chalk talk. Lunch is just wrapping up, and morning drills were conducted out on the practice field. A lot of anticipation, so much excitement going into 2025 as the Cavaliers come off of their first state semifinal appearance in 10 years a year ago, a season in which seemingly a lot of things came together and so many key parts of that great team have returned. Some great seniors said farewell. Dawson Inhofer, Gabe Reeve, and Reeve Ross graduated last May. But here we are with a vast majority of both sides of the ball coming back. Our first show is going to focus on the defensive side of the line of scrimmage. But before we get into the defense and we talk with St. Thomas More defensive coordinator Craig Nowotny, we want to mention Security First Bank proudly presents our training camp preview coverage today. Whether you're cheering from the bleachers or spiking on the court, you can show your Cavalier pride with the Cavalier debit card from Security First Bank. It's team spirit in your wallet. Get yours today. Member FDIC, that's Security First Bank, proud sponsor of the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network. And when it comes to looking for a home, there's something to be said for home field advantage. Finding the right home is like scoring the game-winning touchdown. Security First Bank offers mortgage options to get you across the goal line. Home loans with a hometown touch. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 505011. That's Security First Bank, proud sponsors of our Cavaliers. Well, if we preview the defense, we can kind of give you a bit of a personnel overview up front. Max Speed, Brody Willett setting up to really bring havoc on the edge on both sides of the defensive front this year. We're going to have some outstanding rotating D linemen. We got Marty Reeve, Cole Nielsen. We've got Pearson and Jackson in the mix. Our linebacking core, outstanding. Josh Elder, Broden Sales, Joe Giacometto. Going to have Rush Turner in the mix as well. And then on the secondary, Kane McLeod, Cooper Sales, Burke Eschmeyer. They're all in the mix, along with perhaps Noah Wald working in a little, or Graydon Juvie working in a little bit in the nickel position. And safeties, Ryan Negebauer, Noah Wald as well in the picture. A lot of things to be settled in the next couple of weeks and practices. So far we don't have a depth chart or the captains being announced, but we know one thing: we've got an awesome defense, and we know another thing: we have a great defensive coaching staff, and that starts with our defensive coordinator, longtime coach Craig Nowotny. Craig comes in to join us now, and Coach, always great to see you. This has to be special, as today you officially embark on your 50th season of coaching this game we call football.
Yeah, there is no greater game than football. I tell the kids football is the greatest sport because no other sport builds stadiums that seat 100,000 people. So football has been my life. This is starting my 50th year, and I'm proud to be doing it with this group of kids at St. Thomas More. Just really excited to see what we have in store this year.
There's so much to be excited about. One thing that's really hard to coach is speed. and your defense has speed.
We should be pretty fast at every position. Our secondary, we have great athletes back there. Our linebacking core is solid. Up front, we'll have speed on the edge. Our D tackles will be big and strong in the middle. So, yes, the defense as a whole should be good. Depending how good, it comes down to injuries. We always base our success on if we can stay injury-free.
Coach, let's talk about the edge a little bit. You've got two tremendously high motor and really good length guys with Max Speed and Brody Willits.
Max is probably one of our best athletes in the school. He is a D1 type of football player. He has a motor that won't quit. He will be a force to be reckoned with. I'm sure that he will get a lot of double teams from their offensive line to slow him down. Brody on the other side is tall. He's about 6'4". He is going to be really good at coming off the edge with speed.
You've got the ability to rotate a number of interior guys. It kind of gives me flashbacks to some of your favorite Clemson teams in the last 10 years,
Yeah.
Being able to rotate those guys inside.
Yeah, Clemson, I'm looking forward to this year with Clemson, too, because they should be pretty good, too. But, yeah, with Marty Reeve, Cole Nielsen, Rush Turner, Brody, we should be really good in the interior where we can rotate people and try to keep them fresh.
Coach, one of the challenges in the last couple of years, there seems like a lot of times the defense contains the play, kind of takes away options, but sometimes that opposing quarterback just takes off and runs when it seems like assignment sound, everything is going right. It didn't seem last year that opposing quarterbacks had the same kind of success against our defense that they did the previous year. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I think the way we play defense, we like to blitz. We have a number of blitzes that are designed for different parts of the offensive line, A gap, B gap, C gap, etc. Depending on what stunt is called, if we have the right stunt called, chances of success are great. If we leave an area vacated, the quarterbacks or running backs from the opposing team can take advantage of it and break a big play. But as I tell the kids, we're not going to stop everything. We are going to get after people. If they break a big play, we just make the tackle, huddle up, and go again. Yeah,
Coach, I had a chance to watch your practice a couple years ago at training camp, and you had told your team that the other team's offense, if you force them to make 7 to 10 plays, say, in a row, and execute them well enough to score, so they score. It seems as though opposing offenses really have to earn their way onto the scoreboard against our defense. It seems almost we lost a great defensive mind in Monty Kiffin earlier this year. It seems like your defense does a marvelous job of keeping things in front of what you're doing defensively.
That's has been our philosophy, even when Coach Gutierrez, who's been with me for 24 years now, even at Black Hill State, our philosophy has always been bend but don't break. So when I came to Thomas More and took over, that was my philosophy. I'm a firm believer in if you can make an offensive team drive the football 10 to 12 plays, they are going to make a mistake along the way, whether it's a pass incomplete, a fumble, a penalty, whatever it might be, to slow their drive down. We bend, but I pride our defense in that we don't break, and if we do that, make a team drive it, we don't give up the big play, we should be pretty successful.
Coach Nowotny, you mentioned the linebacking core is solid. I noticed Josh Elder looks like he's an even bigger guy this year. Guys really put in the work in the off-season conditioning program, didn't they?
That was Coach Hagan's goal this past year, was to get our kids a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, and the kids put time into the weight room, and it does show in some of our kids that they have gotten bigger, they have gotten stronger. Again, yeah, Josh is a good example. Broden Sales is another example. He's going to be a Joe Giacomeno. He's a little undersized to play inside linebacker, but he has a motor that won't quit. So he does it because of that attitude of get after it and be in the right spot at the right time.
It just seems to me last year when the team really got on a roll in mid to late September, and the defense, I think, put up 3 consecutive shutouts, that the defense really gelled. Putting that 0 on the board, that seems to really be a source of pride for the defensive unit at St. Thomas More.
That is always something a defense looks to is the shutout, because if the defense does their job and shuts somebody out, you can't lose the football game. You might go to overtime, but you can't lose the football game. And we did have 5 shutouts in a row last year.
Oh,
so,
thank you
so,
for correcting me on that.
So that was good that we had 5 shutouts to end the year, and then we went to Groton in the first playoff game and beat them, I think it was 44-13, and realistically,
Yeah,
if it wasn't for a couple penalties in that game, we would have shut Groton out too.
that's exactly right.
So we did tie the school record. 5 shutouts is the most of any team, last year's team, and then I think the last team that did it was back in 2006 or 2007.
All right. Well, Coach, we'll get to talk to you this evening. You were recognized by the National High School Coaches Activities Administration Association for being the boys' National Coach of the Year. I was blessed to attend that banquet in Rapid City, and I'm so excited for this season. I'm also excited for you and your staff and your players to get after it and to go after what we're all pulling for, to be a 7th trip to the Dakota Dome in program history.
Well, the honor this summer was extremely prestigious. I was very honored to receive it. Had many great candidates from across the nation. But yes, coming back to the football season, our goal is to play in Vermillion in November, and that's what we're going to strive for, and we'll see what happens.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
That's defensive coordinator Craig Nowotny. We're now going to welcome in Joe Gutierrez. And as our defensive preview continues, my name is Mike Fell. We're happy you're with us. And we're coming to you live from the Terra Sancta cafeteria. It's always great to see you, Coach. Your players, everyone knows you as Coach G. This has to be special to get to work with such a great group of young men and with such high goals going into this season.
I tell you, the best part of working at St. Thomas More is the tradition. This is my 24th year, and
Yeah.
working with Coach Nowotny at Black Hill State as well, St. Thomas More, for the last 30-plus years. You know, it's a blessing for me as well. But I'll tell you, tradition at St. Thomas More is something that it can't be duplicated, because it just is what it is.
Yeah.
The kids that come, you know, we expect that the next kid coming up is man up, and it's their turn to play.
So when it comes to St. Thomas More football, there's an understanding that victories are earned, that things are built over time. They're built in the weight room. They're built in film session. And it just seems like our program has an innate ability to stack good things on top of good things. And what we see here, you mentioned the tradition. This is on the shoulders of a tremendous group of football players extending, back several decades. It didn't just start today.
No, I think that the kids that are playing today, seeing the kids from the past, and they don't want to be the team that lets you down. They want to be the team that goes to the Dome. We've been to the Dome 5 times and haven't won. So these guys want to be the team that goes to the Dome and wins. And so we have a great group of kids who I think can get to the Dome. We were one game short last year, only losing three kids. So losing a couple starters on defense and a couple on offense, coming back, we have high hopes coming back, and we're excited for that opportunity to show what we got again. I think that what makes us so good on defense is that we put them in position to play. We put them in the position where they don't have to think, because we've already done reps over and over and over. So they know where they're supposed to be. They know where they have to go. They can play fast. And if you play fast on defense, good things happen.
They sure do. Coach, seems like a St. Thomas More defense makes the other team many times have to do things that they really don't want to do. I know that also goes back to preparation that you and the fellow coaches on the defense put into putting the players in position to make plays and to sustain success.
Well, I'll tell you, Coach Nowotny has a great system. Coach Nowotny puts the players in the right position to make the play, and we let him make the plays. But I tell you, Coach Nowotny, he puts his time in and he game plans, and we talk, as a coaching staff, and we try to get the kids in the right position for the team that we're playing. The thing that I like probably the most about Coach Nowotny is that if something's not working, we change it.
Right.
We'll fix it. We'll try it. If it doesn't work, we'll fix it. And he's been open to looking at, something different that maybe, hasn't worked, or we could try something different. So during the game, you might see us in a couple different sets because, we're trying to find what's going to work to shut a team down.
Yeah.
And again, we have so many eyes with the coaches that we're always talking, we're always looking at, what can we get, who's hurting us, what can we take away,
Sure.
and how can we be in the best position to shut them down, make the plays.
Football is blocking and tackling. Always has been, always will be. You coach the defensive line, and you're getting Coach. I guess Coach McGuire's helping you out this year too.
Correct. Yeah.
Tell us about Coach McGuire. I don't know if all the fans know Coach McGuire as well.
Well, Coach McGuire's son played defensive end for us a few years back.
Okay.
And Coach McGuire's been around the program for a while. I tell you, he's great to have around because he coaches the younger kids, and he's learning how to coach every position. I tell you, he's a jack of all trades because he can he could do all the positions, and he coaches the younger guys. And I tell you, it's a blessing to have him as a defensive line coach with me.
We'll be talking to you later on today about special teams. You handle special teams. We'll share that for our next show. But final question, it seems like sometimes football has a certain sense of humor to it. I mean, you talk about the very first game 15 days from now, and it is a Sioux Valley team that was in the Dome last year and returns a lot of their key players. There is absolutely no such thing as you guys are putting in the work here in this 100-degree heat today as any kind of a tune-up for that first game this year.
Well, I tell you, we respect all, fear none. We are going to be ready to play, and our kids know what's at stake. We come out and get this first game here. It can set up a good season for us.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, great to see you. Always fun to be around you. Thanks so much.
Thanks for what you do.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You bet. That's defensive line coach Joe Gutierrez joining us with St. Thomas More, a key part of the defensive coaching staff for a number of years. And let's see if we can get is Stone still here? Do we still got Stone? Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and bring up the players. And you're watching St. Thomas More training camp coverage, day one of training camp. This is our second show, and we've got a number of guys. Great to see you guys here. We're going to just kind of roll through. Our technical director, Braden Strain, and Regan Dewar, they'll handle the camera work. And first we're going to talk to Max Speed. Max, the last time I saw you, someone sent me a video. You ran into a chain link fence when you were in Watertown last week. It looks like I don't see any fence marks or like a waffle fry stuff on your face. That's good.
Just a few scrapes by my eye, but that was about
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
All
Not
right.
that bad.
Not that bad. Well, congratulations, by the way, on a great season
Thank
with
you so much.
320. That
Thank
was
you.
tremendous season all the way around the summer. So you come back your senior year. I, it's been a while since I was a high school senior, but one thing I remember when I was a high school senior, I was saying to myself, man, it just feels different. And when you're a senior, there's just a sense of ownership from a leadership standpoint that I think just comes into every senior's mind. This is an opportunity as a football player, really opportunity of a lifetime with guys that I just know you think the world of and genuinely love as brothers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. We've been playing football together forever. I don't know I'll do anything for any of them. We're definitely going to make a run this year, do what we can to be the best, go to the Dome, win it, and do our thing.
So when you look at last year, it was the 0-2 start, but things really changed, I thought, in the second half of that game at MVP, the first time we went to MVP. And then on Halloween night, when we were the best team, last team standing, and we knew we were going to the Final Four. And then I'll never forget racing onto the bus with all the students there, and I mean, you guys got a taste of the big time, and then we kind of took a punch when we got to that stage in winter. I mean, do you think about the very end of the season from time to time?
Yeah, I mean, start of the season, we didn't really have an offense that was moving us very well, but then towards the end, we started to figure it out really good. But, yeah, we played winter. I mean, they're a good football team. They had a lot more people than us. Their line, I mean, they're a good football team. There's nothing else to say about it. I mean, the running backs, they ran it down us. We couldn't really stop the run as well as we needed to. And our offense was moving that first drive. I think if we score a touchdown or if that touchdown doesn't get called back, it's definitely a totally different game, and we could come out on top.
Yeah. So we look at this season, first game, I think we just heard Coach Gutierrez say it very well, and that is respect everyone, fear no one. But there's going to be a lot of hype. It's probably been a long time since maybe 2 preseason top 5 teams have played in Rapid City in a high school football game. The Sioux Valley game, we all remember what happened on the trip to Volga back in the heat of the summer last year. You got to be fired up to have the fans, the students, everybody at home behind you guys in 15 days against the Sioux Valley Cossacks team.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we're definitely hyped. We're ready for it. We're going to go out there and play our football, do our thing, and we're definitely going to come out with the win this time.
All right, Coach Max, great to talk to you. All the best, and we'll probably be talking to you a little bit later on today. Now we're going to bring in Josh Elder. Always good to see you, Josh. And I think I was at a basketball game. St. Thomas More was playing, and I saw you, and I was with Coach Hagan. I was like, that guy's Josh has been working in the weight room. You look like you are ready to play some football. Yeah. You don't even have the pads on. You look like you're ready.
Yeah, we had a lot of guys in the winter in the weight room, so it was good to see a lot of numbers and got a lot of work done, so it's good.
So you are a big part of the linebacking core. We hope to have Coach Stone Durham with us talk a little bit about linebackers in a few moments. But, when you're the linebacking core, I mean, talk about what that means to setting the terms of the physicality in the way in which you guys play as a defensive unit.
Our main goal is to stop the run, and if we can do that, we have a very good chance of winning the football game. We put a lot of trust into our D-line, and as long as the linebacker crew keeps everyone ready to go and everyone knows what their job is, then stop the run. Yep.
We had Craig Nowotny talk to us about the fact last year your defensive unit tied a school record with 5 shutouts. That's phenomenal. Every game's different, and you could be in a 6-0 game. You just don't know. And the deeper you get into the playoffs, the higher the stakes, the tougher the quality of the opponent. That's huge. There were stretches last year where I felt like what your team did on defense was special. It could have been easy to just almost like play to the competition, but it seemed like you guys had an eye towards dominating all 4 quarters of the game.
Yeah, if the defense can put up a 0 on the scoreboard, that's huge for our offense. Definitely takes a little bit of pressure off of our offense. And, yeah, that'd be awesome to break that record. That was fun last year to do that. But even if we're keeping them under 1-2 scores, that's really good for us because our offense does score quite a bit.
So when I was in Catholic school, I used to love going on religious retreats, and I love just getting away from the school and going to like a retreat place. This feels like the best of all worlds. It almost feels like a retreat here at Terra Sancta, where you guys come together as a team and bond and really share fellowship and share football. At the same time, this is where you're getting a lot of important work done.
Yep.
Talk about, as a senior on this team, one of the senior leaders, what these 3 days means to you.
Well, we're with each other all day for 3 days. It's called Hell Week for a reason. The practices aren't fun. We're getting ready for the season. But when we're in here, I mean, lunch, dinner, when we're up in the dorm rooms, it's a lot of fun. We get to hang out, and just being around each other builds a lot of bond, brotherhood.
That's awesome. Well, Josh, I want to wish you the very best, and thanks so much for being with us. All right, we're now going to go ahead and bring in Graydon Juvie, correct? Yep. Graydon, when I see I think you wear number 8, right?
Yep.
When I see 8 and it's just blazing down the field, I just keep smiling. I'll tell you, it's a small world. My mother-in-law, I think, knows one of your aunts in Wyoming, and so I'm a lot of times sending the links to the game. I'm like, so your aunt, I think it's Aunt Bonnie, gets to watch. And anyway, but back to what we're talking about today. This is, this is really an exciting season coming up. It's one thing that it's your senior year, but when you're a part of a team that has an opportunity to do something that this great program has never accomplished before, which is to win the state championship, I mean, you just got to be so fired up right now.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. We have a great group of seniors. I mean, we've been together since freshman year. We've all been working. Only graduated 3 last year, so be about the same team, and we got some good underclassmen too, and it'll just be great.
Well, Graydon, you have got a tremendous skill set. You've got great hands. You get downfield quickly. We're going to talk more about the offensive unit later on in our next segment we do today, but I know there's been some exciting developments with Coach Durham putting in some neat things with the outside blocking schemes and so forth. It seems like you're going to be in a position to make even more plays when you've got the ball in your hand.
Yeah, so obviously we're going to try to run the ball if we can. I mean, that's just what we do, control the clock, all that. And our O-line, I mean, they do a great job of blocking last year. It was amazing, like one of the best years I've had with them. We were able to get the ball in people's hands, and we have so much speed that if they block, we're going to do great things and put up a lot of points.
Absolutely. Defensively, I was talking to Coach Hagan a couple weeks ago. Are you looking at kind of a nickel role or in secondary? You're going to be one of do you kind of have an idea where you're projecting your defensive role right now?
Yeah, I'll probably be at safety. I'm thinking maybe get moved down to outside backer. We just don't know yet. Got to get some practices in, but yeah, I'll be back there. We're on a lot of zone. Let our defense blitz. We blitz a lot. Let them stop the run, and we gotta really do our job back there. Just our goal is let nothing deep. Don't let up the big play.
Yeah,
we'll be good.
And we're talking with Graydon Juvie. Graydon, it's been well documented over the last couple years on our broadcasts that you have overcome bout with hydration challenges. We have a great trainer in Kristen Whitley with Monument Health, and I know between the pickle shots and the hydration, it was so awesome to see you on the field consistently. I take it you're probably going to stick with what's working right there.
Yeah. So yeah, like sophomore year, I'd cramp all the time every game. I tried just drinking water and all that. It never worked. So then I went to pickle shots a little bit. That worked a little better. But then when I figured out I got this electrolyte stuff, I don't remember the brand exactly, but it helped a lot. That and like 2 bananas for a game, it helped way better. I never cramped again.
Well, outstanding. We're so glad when you're on the field, and we can't wait to watch you play this year and just make things happen. Thanks so much for joining us, Graydon Juvie. Thank you. That's Graydon Juvie. And now our final conversation. What's your name, young man?
Brody Lee.
Brody Lee. Brody, it's good to talk with you. This is training camp. What are your impressions so far?
I love Hell Week. It's a time where we can get a lot better and bond with our team. team bond is one of the most important parts of football.
It really is. I think if you talk to players who have won championships in football, some of the things you hear them say are, I played with everything I had because I didn't want to let the guy next to me down. That's part of what a championship team is. And you just, I think, kind of hit it on the head with what you just said there.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at this season, are you just wanting more than anything to just make sure that you're in the moment, you're present, doing all you can to execute the assignments that are given?
Yep, it's senior season. It's our last chance. Well, for me at least.
Yeah.
Got to give everything, every play.
What's your favorite part about being the St. Thomas More Cavalier?
I like how we have a smaller team, and you get to know the guys a lot more because you're always with all of them.
And that knowing everybody and having so many guys playing both ways, that's got to be cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You get to work well with a lot of boys.
You sure do. Brody, anything you want to tell the fans out there?
We're going to the Dome.
Yeah, we're going to the Dome. I love it. Brody, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's Brody Lee. We're going to talk to Stone Durham, and then we're going to have a fall sports preview with our activities director, Ryan Messick. Mike Fell with you, and hope you're enjoying our training camp preview. We're coming to you live from the cafeteria at Terra Sancta. The Cavaliers just had lunch and are getting ready for afternoon chalk talk and some more drills. Stone, first of all, let's give a shout out to your dad. I mean, I tell you, Nick has been, your father, Coach Durham's been just such an integral part of the tradition of STM football. I'll never forget this. I was on the bus last year in Mount Vernon. We felt really good about ourselves as far as coming back from 18, 19 points down and almost winning. And I just remember Coach, your father saying, hey, that we didn't win our first two games. We've got a standard. And, the team didn't lose again until November after your dad said that. They won every game they played in September and October. And your father's contributions, I know, even though he won't be on the sideline coaching this year, it's got to be special to you and to him, to your father, to see what this season represents.
Yes, definitely. I've looked up to my dad as a coach since I was a little one, being one of his athletes, and I just hope I can keep burning that same value and standard that he wanted on the team, with me now taking over his role as linebacker coach. So
let's talk about linebackers. This is our defensive preview. We'll talk later on in a future session about the offense and what you're working on with the offensive line this year. But when we talk about the linebackers, to me, linebackers, one of the things that's a blessing about linebacker is they can erase or fix a lot of mistakes that sometimes happen, or the element of surprise that the opposing offense is going to throw at you. It's the linebackers a lot of times that save the day.
Yep. Basically, the whole mindset of a linebacker is being the captain of the defense. So if you know what you're doing and you can capitalize on the mistakes, usually you stop the play, stop the run, or stop the pass.
We're talking with Stone Durham. Coach Durham, let's get into this linebacking core. It just looks like it's absolutely stout. Coach Nowotny says it's solid. And when Coach Nowotny says it's solid, I think that means it's going to be pretty good.
Yes. Yeah, we have a pretty good group of linebackers. A lot of them are coming back from last year, so it's awesome that they have that experience. Josh is our inside linebacker. He's going to be one of our main roles, and kind of like what you said, he's definitely hit the weight room, put more size on.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be fun seeing him just destroy the A gap.
Yep.
And then we have Joseph. He's coming back, and, he just was a tackling manic last season.
Oh, he was. And sometimes it was almost comical. Somebody would run a sweep against the Cavs defense, and I swear Joe was like a fire hydrant. Like, oh, you didn't see that coming.
Yeah, and then our outside linebackers looking good, especially Sells. It's going to be hard to pass someone on he's covering, he's going to make that tackle or pick off that ball.
Yeah, and then you've got you got Brody Lee in the mix. You got I think maybe Juvie coming up from safety. He said he might play little outside linebacker.
Yep, especially if we need him, especially because he likes to crash down and make the big hit, or he can cover anyone in this South Dakota football.
So you this year, I mean, I know that defensive line is not your unit that you're coaching, but when you look at Max Speed and Brody Willits, those edge rushers, those guys crashing down, is a lot of the opposing offense going to essentially be funneled towards the middle between the hashes for the linebackers to clean up a lot of plays?
I hope so, because, again, I want them to crash in the inside because I know our linebacker core will stop that. And that's been our whole goal over this off season and even now for our practices. If we can stop the run, we're going to win the game.
Yeah. Coach, you're one of the younger coaches on our staff. You're working, in my mind, with some legends. Do you just love being able to soak in the experience and the wisdom being a part of St. Thomas More football?
Yes, it's a great feeling just to see these great coaches and how they coach their kids, especially because some of them, like Nwani, he was my defense coach when I used to play for STM. So it's awesome to give back and see how he does it on now the coach's eyes. Right,
yeah. I'm sure there's some things that probably surprise you or things you didn't even see maybe from a 10,000-foot level because you were in the trench at the time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Coach, finally, when another team decides that they're going to run a crossing route or they're going to, there's just linebackers just have to be linebackers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I hope they're ready if they want to cross on the middle of the field and be ready to get smoked by one of our linebackers.
We've seen a lot of receivers get smoked over the last couple of seasons. Coach, great to talk with you. Thanks so much. That's Stone Durham. We're now going to bring in our activities director for a fall sports preview, and it's Ryan Messick. Coach, thanks, Ryan. Thanks so much for coming back. We this morning had what people call in the broadcasting circles technical difficulties, but we have the best technical director for sure, and our own Braden Strain. And here we are. We're now smooth, clear as a bell. And we just thought it would be a shame if we didn't get a chance to recognize the coaches and the young people that are involved in athletics and activities in the next few months here at St. Thomas More High School. And before we jump into that, just want to first chance to publicly say here on the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network, congratulations on the opportunity to serve the school as the activities director.
Yeah, super excited to be back, Mike. I've been around STM for a number of years. I don't know if people are tired of seeing me around, but I am back with a year hiatus last year. Obviously in a different role, but super excited to be involved in all of the athletics and activities that go on and make this school great and what it is.
So we're so excited talking football here at training camp right now. I'll tell you, there's just as much excitement around some of the other programs. We've got the girls tennis team trying to win back-to-back state titles, and we have the lady Cavs volleyball team getting ready for year 2 with head coach Michaela Watson coming off a top 3 conference finish and a trip to the SODAC 16.
Yeah, super excited about it. Our fall sports for sure. Like we said earlier, Mike, having that target on your back means there's probably some good things going on. So
yeah.
I know that's out there with our football program, with tennis, and obviously with the volleyball and what Michaela does. I've been in the gym a few times watching what she has done and her excitement and her enthusiasm for those girls and how hard they play for her. There's great things coming.
And let's talk about soccer. This is the world's most popular sport, and we've got 2 very popular new coaches.
Yeah, very excited about the soccer coaches. Cassidy Stolle, again, I hate to say, played basketball for me a long time ago here at St. Thomas More. Talk about a high-character individual. Had just heard great things at the parent meeting the other night about her from the players and from the parents, about her enthusiasm and obviously her knowledge for the game. On the boys' side, Thomas Metzler, who's new to St. Thomas More. Again, the knowledge, the enthusiasm, and the high character that he brings, and leading our young men through the soccer year, I'm super excited about.
Well, so much to be excited about. And we'll have probably coverage of 80% of our home games on the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network at the McDonald's Soccer Complex this year. And hope a lot of fans, if you haven't made it a pattern or a habit to click on Watch Live Cavs games and watch the soccer games, add that to the mix. You'll be glad that you watched the soccer games, and the games are exciting. You just, once you get to know the players a little bit, it's a lot of fun.
For sure.
So let's shift gears. We've got cross country, and then there's some different. And I used to be a speech and debate person when I was at Catholic High School in Omaha. You've got some neat activities going on.
Obviously, with cross country and bringing Roy Switzer back to help us out in that and get us back on track with track and field and cross country. Super excited about that. Yes, and then you've got oral interpretation and drama and choir and some amazing, amazing people running those activities that I've been able to have individual meetings with and really learn more about. I'm learning more about them too, Mike, with the debate and all those types of things. So learning about their programs and how they run things, and again, the high character people that we have doing that and leading our young people is amazing.
Well, and let's not forget our
Best
boys
for last.
golf team. We got Braden Strain, our technical director. You know, I bet compared to all the stuff he does, deciding what club to swing is probably an easy choice for him.
He's decisive when it comes to that. So obviously this job, this role he has here is way more taxing than it is on the golf course for him. I'll tell you that. But yeah, a senior-led team there. A lot of high expectations, obviously, there for Coach Schock and for Braden and Hayden and some of those guys on the golf team. So really, really looking forward to follow that. I'm a golfer, so I'm excited to follow them as well and see how well they do and progress.
Well, let's give a shout-out to our good friend, head coach Brandon Candle and the Lady Cavs winning the golf state championship. Braden's younger sister was a part of that. And, you know, there's something special. I don't know very many coaches that have won state titles in more than one sport, and that applies now to Coach K, Coach Candelin, and I think in case you missed it, that's great. And when he won state with the Lady Cavs golf team, I thought to myself, does the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network need to go out on the golf course? Do I need to change my voice to have a British accent or something? But you know, you almost feel like you got to be there too.
That's right. You got to be there and follow. You'd have to lower your voice a little bit, Mike. We got to have that golf talk. But
okay, I'm whispering, but no one can hear me.
Yeah. Yes, Brandon. Wow, with the success he's had in anything he touches,
absolutely.
He's just such a great person, a high character individual. Again, like I've talked about, like we have here at St. Thomas More, and that we want here, and just a great leader.
Speaking of leader, let's give a nice shout out to our very own superintendent, Dr. Julie Tipton. We're, I think, right, I see a banner that says Christ is the reason for our schools. I think that was shared with the Rapid City Catholic School System by Julie shortly after she came on board in her leadership role. But it's got to be exciting for you to work for someone so supportive and that loves the mission and the young people as much as Julie does.
She's been great for me, just such an asset, and like you said, supportive. Really opened it up to allow me to maybe bring my flavor in and my kind of my charisma, if you will, and how I see things and my vision. We have the same vision, so that's very important to work together with someone like that. And she challenges you and brings a different idea to the table with your idea. So that's always nice to have that second set of eyes and ears that are listening and watching and helping you out.
Finally, let's talk about the game day experience. If you go to the field on a Friday night this year, by the way, you have to be there opening night. This game against Sioux Valley is a big game. You got to be there, be loud, come early, and just bring it, all Cavs fans, for that game against the Kazakhs in 15 days is from when we're filming this. But you've got the new lights that came in late last season. You've got the Shields track, and then I just got a glimpse. Coach Hagan showed me a picture of that field. It looks amazing.
It's amazing. I was telling a couple of guys that were out there the other day working on it and lining it and mowing it and doing things. It almost makes an old guy like me want to go out there and run a route or two. It just looks so. It's just
well, you
so
can.
amazing.
You're the
Yeah.
activities director.
Well, and then we have Monument across the street, so if we do that, I would
Okay.
probably need to go visit them. But,
Oh.
but no, it looks amazing. They've done just it's just unbelievable. It's just pristine. I'm excited for that night too, just for the kids to get an opportunity to step out there and show their talents.
Ryan, I'm so excited for the journey to continue for our Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network. Personally, professionally, just feel very blessed to be working with you, and thanks for all you do for St. Thomas More. And may this be the greatest fall sports season ever.
Looking forward
I
to
think
it.
the potential's there.
It is, Mike. Appreciate everything you guys do. Boy, to support you guys give to St. Thomas More and broadcasting this for everybody across the country. It's so awesome that people can watch. My parents out in Oregon watch football games and all sorts of stuff. So exciting. Appreciate what you guys do.
Well, thank you so much. That's Ryan Messick. This is Mike Fell, and we want to say thank you to our technical director, Braden Strain, and Regan Dewar for all they've done today to bring us our first two installments. We will be back with you at 4:45 Mountain Time, approximately. Could be a little early, could be a little late, could be right on the dot. But we will be showcasing the offense and the special teams in our next show. And then at 7 o'clock tonight, we will have captains, and we'll have Coach Austin Hagan with us, and we'll also have a special spotlight on Coach Craig Nowotny's 50th year on the sidelines coaching football. And as we mentioned earlier in this segment, Coach Nowotny was honored on June the 25th of this year at the Ramkota by the National High School Activities Association, Coaches Association for Boys Coach of the Year. And we'll talk with Coach Nowotny in some detail this evening. Well, for our entire crew, all three of us, Braden, Regan, Mike Fell, we're happy you're here. Happy that you've made time to spend with us as we brought you the defensive preview for the 2025 St. Thomas More Cavalier football team, and you just received a good look at the fall sports preview for St. Thomas More as we begin this 2025-2026 school year. Our first broadcast of play-by-play action will be a week from tomorrow as St. Thomas More hosts the Vermilion Tanagers in our first Lady Cavs soccer broadcast of the season. For Braden Strain, Regan Dewar, this is Mike Fell saying thanks for watching. We'll be back with the offensive and special teams preview segment in a couple hours. This is the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network.